Hi, my name is Jeff and welcome back to my workshop, or my temporary workshop. We're going to start decaling the Walthers F7A&B set. I've already put a nose herald on here and prepped the number boards. There's a short that I did of that. I'll put a link in the description. So we're going to start with the road name on here. I have a decal. This was a custom decal that my train club had produced a few years ago. As with any decal, we'll start by letting it soak in water for 10 seconds and then setting it on paper towel. While that's sitting, we're going to get the microset. This is a decal setting solution in the blue bottle, and we're going to brush that onto the model in the location the decal is going to go. This will help prevent air bubbles and let the decal flow easily and slide into place. Once that's done, we can pick up the decals, and on long decals like this I like to get it started just a little bit with my fingers. Just get a quarter of an inch or so off the paper, and then I can just set it in place and hold the end of the decal where I want it, everything lined up straight, and then just slide the backing paper out from under it. And then I can use a toothpick to make any minor adjustments if I need to just move anything up in place. The next thing we're going to put on is a manufacturer's builder's plate with the designation. It says F7, and this goes below the cab window on the front. So again, we've got it soaking, and let it rest, and we'll get the microset on the decal. Its location. Because this is so much smaller, I'm going to set the decal in place next to the spot where it's going to go, and then I can use the toothpick just to slide the decal over and into place. Just lift the backing paper out of the way. And just make sure that your decal is lined and you're happy with it. Take your time, patience, work slowly. Those are all keys here. By the way, if you're enjoying this video or you find it useful or you gain some knowledge from it, please hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithms, and I like to see that people are enjoying my videos. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video. So now I'm working on the numbers. This engine is going to be numbered 1523, and so the way my numbering sequence set worked, I'm going to be using a total of 3 decals, a single decal for the 1 and the 5 each, and then 1 decal with the 2 and 3 on it. Again, same technique. We soak the decal, and then we're just going to float it into place on here, and then move on to the next digit. When you're dealing with multiple decals for a number like this, you really want to take your time to make sure you get them lined up as straight as possible. Okay, so I finished the decals on here. As you can see, we've got the numbers lined up on here. And then we'll need to do the same thing on the other side. We also have to do the B unit. But while the decals are drying, I'm going to start work on the one side of the B unit. Again, the same procedure is being followed. But in this case, the technique didn't work the way I planned with the road name. As you'll see, the decals tore on me a little bit. So when I go to slide the paper off, I don't get the whole thing, but just the last few words. So we've got Paul and Pacific. The rest of it, the Cincinnati, Chicago, and ST period, are still on the paper. So we'll work to get them loose. If we need to, we can add a little more water to it. So we'll slide it loose, but this is coming loose, so we just very carefully slide it down the paper, backing paper, and just like we did on the A unit, now we can line it up with the part that was first applied. And just slide the backing paper out from under it. And then just nudge everything in place with the toothpick. Once the model has set that side to dry, once the model has dried, we're going to apply microsol, which is the other setting solution Microscale makes. This is in the red bottle, and this will soften the decals so they snug down to the model, give you that look of like it's painted on. It'll work itself around rivet detail and other things. You just want to brush this on. When you do this, the decal may curl a little bit. Don't worry about it. Don't try and fix it. That's normal. Just leave it alone, and as it dries, it will flatten out. Once you've applied the microsol, don't touch the decals. They are extremely soft and will tear extremely easily. Just leave it alone, let this work. Once it has dried, you can check it for air bubbles. If you have any, you can pop them with the tip of a hobby knife and then reapply the microsol. If a decal moves like this happened here on the numbers, that means I did not let them dry long enough before I applied the microsol, so I needed to nudge that in place. If you do that, be very careful not to tear the decals. Once everything's dried, this is the way the units will look. The shells look finished. Thank you for watching.